Not out of euphoria from Taehyung's live broadcast that had shaken the global fandom. Now it was Jungkook's turn to react, which made the entire army in the world silent. It all happened so fast, but the effect was like an explosion of emotions that are difficult to explain. When Jungkook finally watched Taehyung's viral live again, his gaze, the little smile that appeared, to his body movements seemed to tell 1,000 things that were not said. Army was immediately flooded with comments between haru, shocked, and disbelief that Jungkook really showed such a sincere and personal side in front of the public. This moment started from Taehyung's spontaneous and surprise live broadcast a few days ago. In that live, Taehyung looks more free, honest, even a little emotional. Many fans called the broadcast one of the most honest lives of the BTS member. He laughs, sings, and even looks at the camera as if he is talking directly to someone special. Army speculates, who exactly made Taehyung so warm that night? Shortly after, word got out that Jungkook was re-watching the live in between his schedule, and that's where it all turned into big talk point. One of the moments that made the most excitement for Army was when Jungkook seemed to smile lightly when a certain part of Taehyung's live appeared on the screen. A reaction video taken from behind the scenes shows Jungkook sitting relaxed, holding a coffee mug, with an expression that is difficult to explain. There is a streak of longing. There is a small laugh that is like storing a lot of memories. A staff member on site even voiced, "You see?" He laughed at that part, and Jungkook just nodded slowly, as if keeping something in his silence. Such a simple moment actually made the Army world tremble. After the reaction video was leaked and spread on fan community platforms, comments flooded the internet. "Jungkook's expression is too honest," one fan wrote. "I don't know what happened between them, but it wasn't an ordinary look," another added. Many also felt that the moment showed how deep their friendship was. Not just a fellow member, but two souls who grew together from adolescence to adulthood under the pressure of an unusually heavy entertainment world. In an interview, Jungkook once said, "I always feel weird when I see someone who knows me for so long, like Taehyung, because he knows a version of me that even I myself have forgotten." The sentence now feels like a puzzle piece that has finally found its place. When Jungkook watched Taehyung's live, his expression seemed to be speechless. He understood every word, every smile, even every silence in the broadcast. What made Army even more touched was when Jungkook wrote something on the Weverse platform the next day. Speaking anonymously, he wrote, "Sometimes a person can make you feel at ease just by being themselves." That one simple sentence was immediately associated by fans with Taehyung's live broadcast. Many believe it was Jungkook's subtle appreciation of his old friend. Those who have known both since the trainee days know very well. The relationship between the two has always been characterized by dynamics, laughter, small quarrels, togetherness, and emotional temporary separations. But behind all that, there is always a common thread, a sense of mutual understanding without the need to say much. Some Korean media even highlighted this moment. They write that the silent interaction between Jungkook and Taehyung shows a level of closeness that only two people who grew up in the same world can have, witnessing each other's career ups and downs. One entertainment columnist wrote, "In a world full of imagery and performances, the moment where Jungkook sees Taehyung like that is the most beautiful honesty we can see." Not a few who rated this moment showed how BTS, despite their respective activities, remained emotionally connected outside of the camera spotlight. Interestingly, Army International also flooded the X platform, Twitter, with the hashtag Jungkook reaction to Taehyung Live, which immediately occupied the global trending. Many fans shared video snippets of Jungkook's reaction, slowing down his frame to capture every lip move, every wink, as if trying to read his heart. Some wrote, "Look at his eyes. It's not just a normal reaction. It's like watching someone reminisce about the past." There were not a few who shed tears, feeling that the moment evoked their old memories when BTS was still performing fully on stage. What makes this moment even more emotional is the fact that Jungkook rarely shows his emotional side in public. He is known to be secretive about his feelings, especially when it comes to personal matters such as relationships between members. But this time, without a word, he actually let his expression speak. Many consider it a rare form of honesty. He doesn't need to talk. Enough of that look. We know how precious Taehyung is to him, wrote one fan from Japan. When Jungkook finally appeared on his own live a few days later, comments flooded the chat. ARMY asked directly about the reaction, but Jungkook simply smiled and said, "I'm happy to see people I know happy." A simple sentence, but enough to keep hundreds of thousands of viewers glued. There was something behind his tone, warm, sincere, but also a little bitter, as if he was reminiscing about something inexpressible. Some fans admitted to crying after hearing it. She said it with a smile, but her eyes are different, wrote one of the viral comments. Now, after all the excitement subsided a little, ARMY realized one thing. Sometimes, love and respect between friends do not need to be spread in words. Jungkook and Taehyung prove it through silence, through gazes that only the two of them understand. Their relationship has gone through career storms, popularity pressures, and a long journey from adolescence to adulthood. No wonder one live broadcast and one small reaction can trigger so many emotions around the world. It wasn't just a moment of celebrity, but a portrait of the honesty of two human beings who grew up together amid the glitter of an often fake world. Jungkook's reaction to Taehyung's live performance not only shocked ARMY, but also touched the hearts of many outside the fandom. He showed the softer side of a superstar who had been known perfectly on stage, but it turned out that he still had a huge space for taste, for memories, and for someone who meant a lot. And in the eyes of the ARMY, that's what makes Jungkook different. Because behind all the successes and highlights, he is still a human being who can be touched when he sees a friend smile. After Jungkook's reaction went viral across social media, the mood of the fandom seemed to change. There was a kind of sweet silence that enveloped the hearts of the fans. Not a few admitted that they felt like they were watching two sides of the heart talking to each other without a voice. ARMY from various countries uploaded a video edit of a comparison between Taehyung's live broadcast and Jungkook's reaction. Two screens, two worlds, but one common emotional connection. When Taehyung smiled in his live, Jungkook, on the other hand, looked down with a small smile. And when Taehyung was silent for a moment staring at the camera, Jungkook's expression changed, as if he felt whatever his friend was feeling. Many fans have written that Jungkook and Taehyung's relationship cannot be described simply by the word friendship. For them, the two are like two stars growing in the same sky, sometimes far away, sometimes close, but always shining on each other. They are not just colleagues, but two souls who understand each other even in silence. And that moment of reaction is clear evidence that despite the distance of time and schedules separating, their hearts remain bound by the memories of their youth and the struggles they once went through together. If you trace their journey since the trainee period, this story feels even more touching. Jungkook used to be just a shy 15-year-old teenager,